And suddenly the idea for this came up. It's probably been percolating for a while because I've always thought it'd be fun to tell the backstory about how a song came to be written. And so that's what happened with this, and then suddenly it just blossomed into this show. This next song has always been one of my favorites, not because it's so terrific or even musically interesting or lyrically poetic. It's because I love the subject matter. And I love seeing it performed because everyone who's done it has brought her own personality to it. The song is I Like to Strip. And my history with strippers goes back a ways. First stripper I ever met was one who subsequently became notorious. Her name was Candy Barr. This is what she looked like. Eventually, she was busted for marijuana possession and went to prison. At one time, she was involved with Mickey Cohen, a big Jewish mafia boss in Hollywood. At another time, she was involved with Jack Ruby, the guy who shot Lee Harvey Oswald, who in turn shot President Kennedy. But I met her way before all that when she was just working at a club in Dallas, Texas. I had no idea who she was, except that she was a stripper and she worked at this club. She was stunning. She had this bodacious bod, and she was as cute as a Texas cheerleader. I was sitting at a ringside table with some other guys when she came out and worked her way down to pasties and black lace panties. She was in the middle of her act when this chair came flying onto the dance floor. She didn't miss a beat. It was almost like she expected it. She just sidestepped it and kept on stripping. I was in love instantly. I don't know how I got up the nerve, but I asked her if she would talk to me. And to my surprise, she did. We sat in a booth in a part of the club where there weren't any other people, and she didn't even hustle me for a drink. We just sat down and talked. She asked me my name, and I told her. Now, I had always known since I was 7, 8 years old that deep down inside, I was an actor. I felt so comfortable with her that I didn't even hesitate to reveal this big, deep, dark secret. I asked her if I should change my name. I thought that that was a part of the process somewhere along the way. And I figured that maybe Tom Christie would be way cooler than Chris Wallace. She said, no, don't change your name. Chris Wallace is a great name. I asked her about the chair that came flying out of the audience. She said, oh, that was some cop's wife. She doesn't like it when her husband comes to see me, even when she's with him. I left there starry-eyed. Candy Barr had insisted that I keep my name. That's all the validation I needed. Even though it was some time before I actually acknowledged that I was an actor. And that transition began when I lived in St. Louis. That's where I went into show business for real and not just in my imagination. I lived on a street called De Bolivar Strip. There were 3 or 4 strip clubs on that street. One of them, I remember, featured Evelyn West and her $50,000 treasure chest. There were a couple of others, the names I don't remember, and then there was the TikTok Club. The TikTok Club was just down the street from my apartment, so whenever I had a couple of extra bucks, which was rare, I'd pop in there for a drink and, of course, check out the strippers. And there was one that really caught my eye. Her name was, or at least her stage name, was Debbie Fury. Little redhead, cute figure, great face. I think she was originally from Miami. Anyway, that was at a time when I was trying to write something every day just to develop my skills. So after I'd seen Debbie dance a few times, I decided I would write a song for her, even though she hadn't asked me to. And after I wrote it, I went in the club and asked her if she would like me to write a song for her, even though I'd already written it. She said, yeah, I'd love to have a song that makes my act a little more special. So I waited a respectable amount of time and then went back in the club and told her that it was finished. She gave me her apartment address, and we made a date to meet there one afternoon. So I wrote out the song, grabbed my uke, went. When she opened the door, this blast of perfumed air just wafted over me. She was wearing this gauzy kind of dressing gown, not quite see-through, but close enough. I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. But being basically shy and not very confident, I got right down to business and I played the song for her. She loved it. I want it, she said. But first I want to find out something. Sure, what? And with that, she came up to me, put her arms around my neck, and laid the sweetest, softest kiss on me that I had ever had. I thought so, she said. What? She said, I thought you'd be a good kisser. Before I could even think about what to do next, her door opened and this guy walked in. He looked expensive and cheap all at the same time. She rushed up to him, laid one on him, and said, "Hi, honey, this is Chris. He's the guy that wrote the song for me. Give him $75."
There was no time for acting class. Casting couches bore me. But still I had this thing inside saying, it's show business for me. I searched and finally found my niche. Found my niche. Found my niche. Found my niche. You all know how that goes. My secret of success is simply taking off my clothes. I like to strip. 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 I like to strip. Just like pliers like to grip. Or Jack in London like to rip. Like a sailor likes his ship. I like to strip. I love to peel. Just love to peel. Just like fingers love to feel. Our little piglets love to squeal. All so you know they're real. I love to peel. And though I risk my death of cold each time that I perform, the thought of all those minks back there, blokes out there, keeps me nice and warm. That's why I must confess, love to undress. Just like branches love to dance. Like a fly needs to be shoot. I'm not happy till I'm like a gambler likes a deal, and a chicken likes a reel, or a faucet likes to drip, or a bookie likes to tip. Like a zipper likes to zip. I like to That's all.
To be specific, I just love you. You're terrific.